few months ago I went to a guy's place who had some horses for sale. He had a herd of about 30 or 40, and he was showing me his geldings. As we walked through the herd, this mare kept coming up to us and wanting to be petted, and he would chase her away and continue talking about his geldings. And then as we would walk, she would head us off and try to get us to scratch on her again. And then he'd get mad and chase her away, but she would keep coming back. So I had to interrupt him and ask him, "Hey, what about this mare?" And he said, "Oh, that's another horse out of my old Kokomo." Kokomo is a stallion that's out of Southern Sunrise that I'm such a big fan of. He said he couldn't even remember if they'd even rode her or not. He said she's a pest. And he said they just had too many horses and no one rides them anymore. A few of his geldings had quite a bit more riding, but I was more interested in her. It's funny because he was annoyed by her and I was in love with her as soon as I met her. I found it hard to believe she hadn't had lots of handling, but still to this day I don't know if she had or not. It didn't matter to me because working with a horse like this mare, is sheer pleasure. I've enjoyed every minute of working with her, and I'm having a hard time deciding to go ahead and let her go and sell her. She's been a great help around here when it comes to training other horses. She seems to have a calming effect on all the other horses around her. If you turn her out with a couple knuckle-headed geldings, the next thing you know, those knuckle-headed geldings will be coming up to you just because they follow her lead. I've used her in a round pen working with other horses, training them to follow me. I've used her to get other horses over the fear of tarps. I once threw some feed down for her and another gelding to eat, but then I brought out a tarp and the other horse left to feed that they were sharing. And Gypsy, that's this horse's name by the way, she just stood there and kept eating. And soon the other horse came back to eat and allowed me to throw the tarp around him like I was doing to her earlier. And it was obvious to me that he allowed me to do that just because of the good example that she was displaying. Gypsy's an 8-year-old. She's a registered Missouri Foxtrotter. Her registered name is Kokomo Skip-To Malu. She's registered as a black, but the sun has already bleached her out some, but she is a black in the wintertime. And she's probably about 14.3. I seem to have quite a few people interested in buying my Missouri Foxtrotters I have for sale. I know the last 2 or 3 I sold, I upset a few people because they wanted to come look, but I ended up selling the horse before they could even make it here. I'm not saying it's a good policy, but it's the policy I'm used to, and the policy of most other people in this business, and that is to sell to the first person able to get the money to us. But this time I'm going to try something different. I'm going to make myself available every evening after work at 6:30 for the next 2 weeks to show Gypsy to anyone who wants to come look at her. That way anyone interested in her can get a chance to see her before I sell her. And if you think she's the horse for you, you can go to my website, zaxhorses.com, where we'll be auctioning her off and you can place a bid on her. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that at the end of this video. It's real easy. This is something I've never tried before, so I can't predict what's going to happen. She may sell for a good price, or she may go way too cheap. Hopefully not, because she is a sweetheart of a horse, and we are going to miss her. Gypsy is just the ideal family horse. She's real easy to teach tricks to. She picks up on things very quickly. She'd be the perfect horse for some kid to have that had a book on how to teach a horse tricks. Gypsy's the kind of horse Hollywood trick horse trainers look for. Horses this eager to learn are hard to find. And on top of her having a great personality, she's also fun to ride and has a very smooth gait. Just watch how smooth she is right here, even coming downhill. This is more downhill here than it looks like in the video. Just real light leg pressure moves her just whichever direction you want her to go. Now in the first video clip, whenever I was riding around with just a rope around her neck with nothing in her mouth, she was neck reining good for me, but most of my kids direct rein her. She's kind of used to direct reining. I neck rein her, but my kids don't neck rein her, and if you wanted to come ride her, I would recommend direct rein her at first until she kind of got used to you and you got used to her.
Just squat, stick it in here. Yeah, really, yeah, squat.
The day before I took this video was the only other time I'd ever practiced with her as far as getting her to side pass towards me like she is. That's just how quick of a learner she is.
So run straight. That's good. I'll go ahead and get this now.
kept riding her back and forth here waiting for a car to come by because my plan was to stand on her back and pop a whip when the car drives by, but it never would come, so I just tried this instead. And then finally a car came by. It's hard to see it in the video, but my daughter's standing on a pretty steep bank right here, and I'm just moving over to pick her up. A lot of people ask me, why do you need a trail horse to side pass? And you know, right here's a good reason. So I can pick my daughter up and we can take the horse swimming.
Hang on, Reagan, come here! This way! Hey, come here! You're gonna get run over. Stay away from the front of me.
This was her first time. She didn't know you were supposed to hang on to the horse. it's really not a very good place to swim. The ground's really uneven and it's drop-offs here and there, but she would be a fun horse to swim across a pond. Mm-hmm. Okay, you want to go? If you're interested in making an offer on Gypsy, please just give me a call. If Mother Nature is willing, I'll be available for the next 2 weeks at 6:30 in the evening to show her to anyone that wants to see her. You can email me, but a phone call is best. I'm usually on a horse, so if I don't answer, leave a message or just keep calling. But first, finish watching the rest of this video so I can show you how the auction works. Okay, first thing you'll need to do is go to my website, zaxhorses.com, and just click on the home page, or you could just go to horses for sale. For some reason my mouse isn't where I say it is. I'm not too sure why, but you'll just have to excuse that. Go straight to the auction, or go to horses for sale, or horses for sale up here. And here's Gypsy. There'll be a there'll be this video I'm editing right now here, and I may have another video here later, maybe a couple more videos of Gypsy. And click here to bid on Gypsy, and there's the auction. But before I explain that to you, I wanted to show you her restoration papers, veterinarian inspection. I went ahead and took the liberty of having a vet do an inspection on her, and everything checked out fine. Here's a receipt for the inspection, and here is her negative Coggins test. You can click here to bid on Gypsy right there, or click here. And here's the auction listing page. There's only one horse on the auction list, so you'll just click here on bid now. This reads, this auction operates using the honor system. No credit cards required. Payment and pickup arrangements are to be made between buyer and seller prior to the end of the sale. Bidding is set at $200 increments. This is pretty self-explanatory. Enter 4,800 or more. The auction is started at 4,600. There is a reserve price, and so if you want to bid, you type in the amount you want to bid right here, and click on place bid, and it will ask you to log in or register now. I'll click on register now since I'm a new member. And here, this is pretty simple. It just asks for you to make up a name. That way you don't have to say who you are. Leave your email. You'll get an email notification if someone outbids you. Give me your real first and last name and your phone number and state or location in case I need to get a hold of you. And then make up a password and click on register. And then now when you go to enter a bid, where it says enter at 4,800 or more, the more is covered up for some reason. I'm not sure why, but now I can enter 4,800 and place bid. And it says your bid placed successfully. Click OK. Then it refreshes the page, and you can click here where it says total bids placed, and it has my name, Zach, 4,800, 11 seconds ago. And I think that's pretty much it. One thing that kind of threw me off a little was if you go up to the top right corner and where it says howdy and then log out, or if you were to ever try to log in from a different computer and bid, when you go to log back in, let me type my name in here. When you go to log back in, it will take you to your profile page, which kind of threw me off. But this is just to edit the information you'd already given me, like your password and location and phone number and stuff like that. If you go up to the top left corner of this, it says horsebay.com, and you click there, and then it takes you back to this page of the auction listing, and you can click on bid now and get back to the auction. One other little thing is, if someone was to bid within the last couple hours before the auction ended, it would actually reset it to extend a couple more hours. That way the next person gets a couple more hours to get notified and go ahead and make their last bid. I think that's pretty much it. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.